Assalamu alaikum. I just came back from Jumu'ah, and I wanted to talk about some things. The khatib is the one who gives the khutbah, speaking about the might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he was able to link it with the wildfires that are happening in America, in LA right now. And I just wanted to talk about that so the both of us can contemplate about these events. Because there's a lesson for you and I to learn from this, and for all the believers. The evidence for this is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَمَا نُرْسِلُ بِالْآيَاتِ إِلَّا تَخْوِيفًا. We send signs only to give a warning. There's a warning for you and a warning for me. And I want to stay away as far as possible from the narrative that every Muslim influencer and every Muslim news agency, they're trying to shove down our throats, that this is a punishment from Allah to Donald Trump. I couldn't care less. Genuinely, if it is a punishment, we're never going to know if it's a punishment, right? Until the day of judgment. But all that we know is there's a lesson for us to learn, so let's contemplate. SubhanAllah, when you look at any type of natural disaster, right? Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, wildfires, the basic component of all these things is very simple. It's not crazy. Tornadoes is just wind. We see wind, we feel the breeze of wind every single time we walk outside. But it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who wills that this wind does insane amounts of destruction. And we even see this in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَأَمَّا عَادٌ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِرِيحٍ صَرْصَرٍ عَاتِيَةٍ. The Qawm of Ad, the people of Ad, they were destroyed by wind. A really powerful wind. It was just wind. Look at tsunamis. It's just water, bro. And these fires, it all starts with a single spark. A spark. Sometimes you can't even see that spark. SubhanAllah. And look at the destruction that it has caused. I don't know if you've seen the videos and the pictures. Entire neighborhoods have just turned into ash. May Allah protect our Muslim brothers and sisters who are, being harmed from this. But this is what fire can do. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do. And this is why in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He says this in many different places, but there's a specific ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, بَدِيعُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونُ. Originator of the heavens and the earth. When He decrees a matter, He only says to it, be, and it is. Subhanallah. And obviously with this event that's going on now, there's so many lessons for everyone to learn. But I want to focus on two main lessons for two specific types of people. The first lesson is for those who deny the possibility of a day of judgment, or don't fathom the possibility of a day of judgment actually taking place. Why is it so hard to believe that, for example, on the day of judgment, the sky will open up? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He says, وَفُتِحَتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا. The sky will open up, it will be like doors, أَبْوَابًا. And the many other verses, وَسُيَّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَتْ سَرَابًا, etc. We have all these depictions and these descriptions of the day of judgment. And even though many of us see the destruction that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of inflicting in this world, we find it hard to believe that Allah can do so much more in the afterlife. Allah is the originator of the heavens and the earth. He can do anything. And even a little bit of a sub-lesson for those who are not really sure if Islam is the correct religion, but they believe in a God. I think they call them agnostic. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to create you from nothing, why is it so hard for you to believe that Allah can bring you back from something? And the second lesson is for those who are arrogant. And when I say arrogant, I don't want to talk about arrogance with the societal idea that we have about arrogance. See, the reality is, there's a lot of people nowadays who get their self-confidence from arrogance, but they don't realize it. An example of this, and you see this mainly with rappers and people who listen to rap music. They say, I did this, I came up from the trenches, and you did nothing, bro. Everything you have is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And yet you attribute these things to yourself. Like, I did it, I did this, I did that. You did nothing, man. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills in a second, even less than a second, immediately, kun fayakun, be, and it is, all of your belongings, all of your success, all of your achievements, gone. Your life can change 180 degrees in the blink of an eye. This is why you always need to attribute all the success and all the things that you have to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this, وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Whatever blessings you have, they're from Allah. So get rid of this arrogance, man. Purify yourself from this arrogance. May Allah protect us.